So a while back, I did a video kind of showing off my collection, at least part one of it. Since then, I've moved all my stuff into one location for the most part, and I'm just kind of gonna walk through what I have on display currently. The only things I don't really have on display is my Fans Project B-Structor and my Combiner Wars Devastator. Those are like the two things I don't have on display, other than some other just random little miscellaneous bots and my fossilizers and my crossovers. But for the most part, this is everything in my collection aside from like 10 things. The top shelf, which we'll get to the lower shelves, but the top shelf here is 86 movie stuff, Quintessons, Classics Cyclonus, because I didn't feel like I really needed to upgrade. Scourge and two sweeps. I felt two was enough. Then Kingdom Galvatron, not the Legacy one. Kingdom Galvatron with the metal matrix. This is Takara 2010. Takara Welcome to 2010 Unicron. That's pretty cool. We got a Sharkticon. I thought putting Rung, I know he's not in the movie, but I thought putting Rung next to Unicron was kind of funny. Those who know. And then we got our main movie cast, Hot Rod, Cup, Blur, RC, Springer, and Magnus. There we go. All of these are like Studio Series or War for Cybertron versions of them. That's the Kingdom one, Siege, Springer, Earthrise RC. I know there's a Studio Series one, but I already have that one, so. And then Studio Series. And we'll get to this side of the shelf in a minute. But that's it for the top shelf. It's just movie stuff, all 86 movie stuff. I feel like everyone needs an 86 movie shelf. Originally, the Decepticons and the Autobots from the movie were going to get their own shelves, but as I started putting them on the shelf, they didn't take up enough room. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll just give them the top shelf. And yeah, I need to clean up the wires and see if I can like run that all through one like runner down the side. So this is pretty cool. These lights, I installed these onto this shelf myself. This is just a $30 shelf from Walmart. The lights actually cost more. But these are organized by like Season 1 and 2 Autobots, Season 3 and 4, and later on Autobots. So over here, for my Season 1 stuff, you can see we got Universe Powerglide back there. That is the Cyber Battalion Jetfire, I think. I just needed a Jetfire that was big enough, like, that was just big. Earthrise Optimus Prime standing over everyone. We got Blaster next to him, Mirage, Perceptor, Drax kind of peeking out, Jazz next to Optimus, Classics Prowl and Hound. I like the Classics Mirage, Hound, and Prowl. I like the Classics Prowl because I have the Earthrise Barricade and Legacy Silver Streak, right? And so I didn't want to have too many of the same mold. I never like having that, and I got this from a guy in my Facebook group I got this and the Hound and the Mirage all in one package, and I got them from a pretty cool guy, and for a really good price, so can't complain about that. One of the newest additions, Sideswipe from Siege. He looks close enough to the Earthrise one. I'm tracking down Sunstreaker right now. Wheeljack, like I said, tracks. Some other new additions, Windcharger, Cosmos, Beachcomber, Cliffjumper from Earthrise, not the Studio Series one. So I actually did just pick up a Bumblebee, because of reasons. I no longer have a few things that were previously in my collection, such as Sea Spray and Titan's Return Cosmos and Netflix Bumblebee. I don't have those. I did pick up the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, the one from the 4-pack, so that's going to be replacing, and that's going to go right here along with Iron Factory Sea Spray, because I like the idea that the mini-bots are deluxes now. So, and I just picked this up at a thrift shop, and I got this from another Facebook guy, but I've had that for a little bit. But yeah, there's my Season 1 Autobots. A couple guys coming in the mail that will fill out that shelf. And then we have the late 80s shelf. This actually has some customs on it. Back there we have Fans Project Quick Switch and the upgraded Classics Prime with the Parallax armor, so that way it makes a Power Master Prime, also from Fans Project. Right there we have a custom hose head that's made using Power of the Prime's Inferno, and a Sky Tread that has a painted face, and a neck adapter. right behind Punch Counterpunch, it's hard to see, but that is Siren. That's a custom Siren. It's hard to see. Using Toy Hacks, Breakaway, and a Titan Master. Punch Counterpunch, my boy. This is Shuffler right there. That's a Shuffler on a full tilt body I got from a thrift shop. Night Beat right there, and then up front we have the Retro Headmasters. This Brainstorm has the original Titan's Return head along with some Toy Hacks labels on it, but everyone else is original Retro Headmasters, and this is mostly the Retro Headmasters one. But really, really like those guys. I love the Headmasters, and to have them all on a shelf together is pretty cool. Moving down one shelf, we have our Decepticons, our early era Decepticons. You can kind of just barely see Astro Train poking out back there. There's Lockdown from Revenge of the Fallen, Blitzwing from Legacy, and Barricade. Some of these guys don't originally belong here. We got 2 of the 3 Seekers. We got Shockwave, Soundwave, Netflix Soundwave, Netflix Megatron, and the Insecticons. Now, I do have a Starscream. He's just packed away, and I just kept forgetting to take him out, so he's not here. And I have Animation Megatron, but I think I'm going to get rid of it, because I like this one a lot more. I like the bandolier, and I like the colors. I think it's just better for the rest of my shelf. And of course, next to that, we have the late 80s to Japanese era Decepticons. So back there you can see we have Six Shot and Overlord, followed up with Ape Face, also who has the Titan's Return head on there. That's super cool. That was a recent pickup. Snapdragon, we got Fangry hanging out back there. This is a Horrible that is waiting on a conversion kit. We got all the Power Masters, Overlord, Double Dealer, Dreadwing, and then we have the Decepticon Headmasters, which so Fangry and Horrible, I do have a custom squeeze play I'm working on. I'm waiting on a conversion kit for it. Yeah, so Skullcruncher, Weirdwolf, and Mindwipe all at the front. Very happy with those. Those are super cool. And then we get down to my miscellaneous shelf. So down here on the floor, this is Miscellaneous. So we have Energon Superion back there. Oh, let me see. Kind of. So Energon Superion, my Studio Series Junkions, I just couldn't put them up on the top shelf. I didn't feel like they fit in. Velocitron Override, Comic-Con Brainstorm, and then some other mini-bots, Outback and Goldbug and Pipes. And then we have Silver Streak and Netflix Alita 1, who I'm keeping as my current Alita. As much as I like the other one, the new Alita, I'm just going to get that as Minerva, and whenever Minerva inevitably comes out, since we know she's coming. And then miscellaneous Decepticons, we have Scourge, already Scourge back there, who has the OG, because I have an original one, so I gave him the original one's gun. Sound Blaster, Ransack from the 4-pack, Counterpunch, which is the power of the... that's the Earthrise one. And then that punch is the Power of the Primes one. So there's the Earthrise one. This is a custom, sort of. This is a Takara Slugslinger with a new head on it. It came complete, just no head, which was kind of funny to me. So Skytread and Battle Trap, those guys are super cool. Really glad to have those. And then got one of our pretenders, that is Iguanus, and this is probably where all my other pretenders are going to end up. Moving back up to the top shelf, this is my kind of randoms shelf. That is something I didn't want to win on eBay. That's like this weird Die Atlas, but it has the wrong arms on it, and it didn't have a head, so I put Croc's Headmaster in there. I've been calling it King Atlas, just because it's a little different. Of course, Skylynx, my boy Skylynx. And then right here, this is a custom OC character that I did, and I really, really like this. Made mostly using Smokescreen, but it has a 3D printed chest, head, Target Master. This is a G2 Brawl that did not come with a head, and has a knockoff Alpha Bravo's head. And speaking of that, there's a knockoff Alpha Bravo that I've added some pieces to, a knockoff Swindle, and then back there is the Power Dashers. All three with the Toy Hacks labels. Again, got those from a guy off Facebook for a really, really good price. But I've been working on a custom combiner, and this is the majority of the team that the combiner is going to be made out of. This is an official Brawl. It's an official G2 Brawl. It just didn't have, like, it was like factory air, no face. So since I was waiting on Squeeze Play's conversion kit and I had the extra Brawl head and combiner peg, I swapped it and put the KO Alpha Bravo head on it. But yeah, this guy I'm really proud of. I'm really, really happy with how this and this paint turned out. It looks so good. And he has the gold-backed Autobot symbol on there. It's a little hard to see on camera. And then going down, this is the last shelf because there's nothing down there. This is currently my Wreckers shelf. We got Bulkhead back there. We got Nautica, pretty cool character. Not Wreckers Impactor. He does have a Wreckers sticker on him, but I actually recently just sold my Wreckers Impactor. And then we have Leadfoot and Twin Twist. And this is Revenge of the Fallen hubcap, but I got the Toy Hacks labels to make it into G2 Volt. I picked those up when I just grabbed some other labels that I needed, and these were like $5, and I was like, oh cool, he can be a laser rod like I want him to. And since there was already one G2 guy on the team, I figured I'd put this guy up here with my my Wreckers and call it a day. Then right there, this is probably where I'm going to put my fossilizers and or my collaboratives. I'm not totally sure. I do have one more section. Oh wait, hang on. We also got Fort Max and Scorponok, who usually aren't stood right here. Fort Max is usually right here blocking the the Wreckers, and Scorponok is usually out of the way of the door. But I do have one other section that I'll show off. Give me 1 second while I walk over there. So this is the last section of stuff I have. It's a original Cybertron Metroplex with 6-gun and Slammer, and then my Studio Series Dinobots and Slash, she's here too, and a KO Defensor. Which is a pretty recent pickup, but I actually really like it. It's a pretty good one. It's the only Combiner Wars combiner I have that's like full. I have Skylinks and some stuff that can hook up to him, but I don't really have another combiner other than Monstructor and Devastator. So this is like my first like real Combiner Wars guy. But yeah, he's pretty neat. Definitely don't hate it. Definitely didn't think Defensor was going to be the first one, though. Kind of weird. But yeah, that's the collection. That's just about everything I have, aside from, like, some fossilizers, which I have, like, all of them, aside from Tricranius and Transmutate. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.